I was at St. Pat's at the noonday mass, and I have a friend there, and last week she fell outside of the church and sprained her wrist and had like a pretty good bump on her leg, like good size egg. So today I was sitting on the bench, and she comes up to me and she goes, what's your class on tonight? I was like, healing. She's like, have you ever, saw any healing? I was like, yes. She's like, does it work? I was like, yes. So she had a wrist brace on, and I was like, all right, let's pray for your wrist. So she took her brace off, and I started praying over her wrist, and my hands got really hot. And I was like, okay. After a few minutes, I was like, how do you feel? She's like, yeah, it feels pretty good. I'm like, okay, try something that you haven't done before. And she goes, whoop. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that works. And she's like, I haven't been able to do that before. And then she's got a book that's like yay thick, and she's like, let's see if I can pick it up. And she's like pumping iron with this daily missile. And she opened the door, which is a really heavy wooden door. She's like, look what I can do. I was like, okay, cool. So then she was all excited about that. And then she has a knee that is all metal, like 3 different types of metal in her knee. And it had like a really massive bump on it. So I kind of took one out of Patrick. Is that his name? The one on the Fearless video? Yeah, okay. So I took one out of his playbook, and I'm like, let's try this. So I didn't even touch her knee. I put my hand probably a good like 2 or 3 inches away from it. And she goes, wow, I can feel the heat from your hand. I'm like, I'm not touching you. And she's like, wow, I can feel it. I'm like, I can feel it like bouncing off of you back to me. And I felt her knee, and the bump actually had gone down. And I was like, all right, try something that you haven't done in a while. And she's walking, and she's like, wait a minute, I don't have a limp anymore. I was like, oh, yay. So, and then she felt the bump, and the bump actually had gone down in size too, to about half the size. So that's all I got.
Praise the Lord.